Yo, this video might come off as being aggressive, but it's something you need, and just know it's out of love. So without further ado, if you feel stuck in your life, you're gonna have to understand these 5 things. Number 1, you need to get sick of your sickness. You're actually sick. Respectfully, I tell you you're sick, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you've given into your situation, and you feel like that's gonna be the outcome for you. And that's the only way you're looking at it. But it's not true. I'm gonna give you an example. You see this coin here? This is a quarter. Heads and tails. Is the coin heads or is the coin tails? It's neither. It's just a coin. You're looking at it from one perspective, but there's an opposite side you can look at it. There's good and then there's bad. There's beautiful, then there's ugly. Night and day, up and down, right? That's the law of alchemy. Understand that. So when you feel like your life is shitty, it's because you're looking at it from the wrong perspective, because you're not sick of your situation. I'm going to give you a quick story, right? My childhood was traumatic, right? When I was 10 years old, mom passes away. I'm raised by my father. He never remarries, but he was abusive. Not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. I would get broken down for hours. Basically being told that I was a piece of shit. I'm never going to be anybody. I'm not good enough. My confidence was at an all-time low. Then I go to school. What would happen at school? I would get picked on. I would get bullied. You know why? Because I was an easy target. When you don't have confidence and you don't feel good about yourself, other kids sense that and other kids want to pick on that. So imagine the cycle. Feel like a piece of shit at my house. Go to school. I get bullied. Feel like more of a piece of shit. Just kept going back and forth for years. I didn't have confidence. I wasn't able to stand up for myself. I would just try to stay quiet, right? Just be that nice kid. But it didn't help and it didn't work. I had to get sick of my situation. I had to realize, look, are you going to keep becoming a victim or are you going to become a winner? I started to realize, look, I can't blame anybody else. No matter how valid my situation was, no matter my circumstances, I had to take accountability for my own life. Think, for example, David Goggins, right? He's my fucking hero. Straight up, he's my hero. But look at his life. By no means can I compare my life situation to his, because he went through some dark, dark times. But also know this. It came a point of his life where he realized, look, if I don't change my life right now, if I keep blaming everybody else, my life will never change. He owned that shit. Once you own that shit and you're sick of it, right? You're going to become aggressive. That's good. You're going to use that aggression to your advantage. He became sick of his situation, then he started to change it. You stop becoming a victim, you start becoming a winner. You start changing your self-talk. You stop telling yourself you can't do something. You start realizing, what if I can? Those 2 words, what if? What if I can get through this situation? What if the situation is not as bad as it can be? What if I actually can get past this and get to the next level? It's the what if you have to tell yourself. His self-talk started to change. He started to get momentum. Another thing you have to realize, you've heard this time and time again, right? No one's coming to save you. You've heard that already. I'm going to add on to that. It's good no one's coming to save you. You know why? Because in any movie, it's not the side characters that save the main character. It's the main character that save the side characters. You're the main character of your own movie. So many times we want to act like a side character. We're waiting for the side character to help us. But that doesn't come. What makes a story meaningful is when the main character is getting his ass whooped, but he still figures out a way to get to the top. Think of the Rocky franchise, right? I'm such a fan of that because Rocky was nobody. He was just somebody who just kept fighting. You need to have that fight in you. You don't have to be a fighter in the cage. You just have to have that fight and you have to have that belief. As long as you keep fighting, just watch. Your mind and your body are forced to cooperate and listen. They start to realize, hey, this dude is not going to quit. He's not going to quit. I'm going to have to give him that energy. That's what happens. You have to keep fighting. right? One of the quotes my mentor always told me: when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I stopped looking at my situation as such a victim and all these negative things. I started realizing, hey, you know what? This is my opportunity. The more pain you have in your life, the more difficulty you have in your life, the better it's going to become for you. What a story you're going to have. That this dude was down in the dumps and he got himself out. It's not just about you. It's going to be the people that you're going to be able to inspire with your story. That's what makes it your story, and that's what makes it amazing. Don't just do it for yourself. Do it for other people as well. There's a lot of people going through down times, and they're going through the dumps, and they just need that support. And I'm here to tell you, you don't need the support. You just need that belief. You start changing your self-talk. You start looking for solutions. Your life starts to change. It's like the snowball effect. That's what happens. Once you have that, once you say, I'm sick of my sickness, you're going to have to understand, things aren't just going to change overnight. You're going to have faith. Faith doesn't mean that you believe in a God or whatever the case is. It could be a God. It could be a higher power. It could be the universe. But once you put this energy out there that you're not going to quit and you keep going, the world starts to reward you. It senses it. It's weird how it goes. That's where you have faith and you believe and you say, look, I'm just going to do whatever it is. I'm not going to stop fighting, and watch, the world just starts to go in your favor. Faith is really necessary because a lot of times we don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but you just have to know the light's at the end of the tunnel. I'm going to leave you with a quote. I forgot the dude who says it. I should know. It's crazy. He who says he can and he who says he can't are both normally right. What's the story you're going to tell yourself? What's the story you want to live by? Do you want to live your story telling everybody why you couldn't do something, whatever reasons you had? Or do you want to live your story as the main character, which you deserve? And you say, hey, you know what? I did go through this shit for myself. I did have a terrible upbringing that was difficult for me. It was hard for me to have that confidence, but guess what? I'm going to keep fighting. Look at me now. Look at me now. That's what you want to say at the end of your movie. I went through all this bullshit, but look at me. Look who I am today. I hope that inspired you. Like, comment, subscribe. Done.